Curtis, DIY.
DIYers. So, we did a story earlier this week on god-awful Aiden Ross and all the disrespectful things that he had to say about Doechii, as well as some of the reactions like Glasses Malone. And even I had a very passionate few thoughts I wanted to share because of it. And us just refusing to go into this new year thinking that we must always take the high road. I don't think 2026 is the high road time. I think it's time to return fire. I said this in response to a video we're getting ready to react to from a gentleman, I believe, that goes by Naratamo. Naratamo. I know it's probably, I feel like there's probably anime coded, but I don't know. Please excuse my pronunciation. Pronunciations is a real thing around here. In this video, I responded by saying, look at the hate in these people's eyes. Those people being, of course, streamers. And I knew by the clips that I saw every once in a while that Aiden Ross wasn't the only voice that made very racist statements in that spot. I've seen clips by Neon. I've seen all these different things. I just didn't realize how abundant and how specific it seemed to be pointed in the direction of Doechii. And really, when you zoom out, you realize it's black women at large. And so I put up here, I said, this isn't about Doechii's music. It's about the belief that proximity to black people grants permission to disrespect black people without consequence. Because one thing they all have in common, when the rappers are not in the room, when the black rappers are not in the room, they love to surround themselves, these white streamers, love to surround themselves with docile black boys. Notice I didn't say black men, docile black boys. They love people that they can pay off to look like their friend. And I believe it's that proximity that makes them feel like they have permission to disrespect black people at large without consequence. I said that logic in itself is racism. And it's about to be corrected. Let's get to this video here. He brilliantly put together a compilation of these really racist ass moments that, to me, it begs the question, how the hell did they even get into this space? How the hell did rappers want to actually go into their world and sit down with them? But we got to worry about that later. We just got to make sure we closing gates and revoking barbecue invitations. Am I right? Am I right? I have to tell the truth, and I'm going to tell it. Naratamo? I'm going to keep on trying different names. This is his video, and I think he did such a brilliant job. It's tagged in the actual description if you want to check out its video in its entirety, but peep this out.
I think I've made it pretty clear by now that I don't like bullies, right? I don't like it when people pile hate onto somebody that hasn't done shit to them for no fucking reason. I think it's thirsty, I think it's corny, and I think it's goofy. I was unaware of how many streamers have been doing this shit to Doechii for actually a really long time. These are people that I don't fucking watch, these are people that I don't fucking like, so of course I wouldn't hear about it, but it's actually really fucked up. So I want to talk about the Doechii dick suckers real quick. We have people like Stable Ronaldo, we have XQC, Aiden Ross, Cuffem.
We've definitely covered XQC, and he boy oh boy, he is just as stupid.
DJ Akademiks, Lacy, like real bottom of the fucking barrel streamers, right? Let's start off with Stable Ronaldo. He has made it a bit like a part of his personality that he hates Doechii.
No! Turn it off!
Why? I have no idea, right? But he keeps talking about her when he doesn't have to on stream.
What's good, Doechii?
So if you didn't see it, he's pointing towards a urinal and he randomly just says, "Hey, what's up, Doechii?" You meet people who go out of their way to be disrespectful, and you meet people who are just naturally trolls, and this is what they do. When you go this far to where nobody's even bringing her up in the conversation, this goes even deeper than Doechii. This to me is, and we'll see as we go through the video, there's an obvious hate in these folks' eyes. I can't wait till we get to this one screenshot. There's a hate in their eyes towards black women. And only they can describe that. I can't relate at all. Continue.
If you don't like Doechii, you don't listen to her music, why do you keep dragging her name and bringing her up in moments where you literally don't have to do it?
That part
really hurts. What is Doechii doing here? Ooh, look.
Look at how he reacts to Doechii's new song. You can see the two brain cells that he has trying to figure out, what am I gonna say? What's the clip gonna be? Like, what edgy thing can I do now?
But what's the agenda when that it girl black? Y'all can't fathom that I work this hard, and y'all.
Dog, I look in my eyes, I see a devil. I see a devil. I see somebody with rage and hate inside their eyes. You are looking for something. You're looking for a moment. I can't help but see it. And this is not a race thing. This is a demeanor thing. This is you can see somebody who has rage in their eyes. I've seen it in drug addicts before. I've seen it in alcoholics before. You can see it when somebody in that fucking Count Dracula hairline. Jesus!
I'm gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Get a hairline. They're creepy and they're kooky.
Can't fathom that I earned this chart.
And mind you, all of these people are the exact same people who were hating on Kendrick and saying Kendrick's music sucks and nobody listens to him and Drake is the best for the same reason, to get clips.
It's not a TDE thing because they don't do it to everybody in TDE, and obviously Kendrick is part of his own imprint now. What is the common thread amongst a Doechii and a Kendrick? Is it the fact that they make music that try to get the slaves freed?
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna
So what are these? Like some low-level slave masters? Who are they? Are they the corner boys? Who are they? Who do they represent? Real artists. Hey, let's find out.
Why is everyone recording?
Because they're at a concert, dumbass. He's asking, why are they all recording? Because they're happy to see their favorite artists.
Fucking concerts.
Look at the hate. Do you see it?
Somebody gonna have to
Do
tell
you
the truth,
see
and I'm
it?
gonna tell it.
I repeat, because this will get clipped out of context, and I don't give a fuck. Evil. There is evil in these kids' eyes. Jealousy, hate. That's not somebody thinking from a logical place. That's not somebody thinking that they're not thinking from an objective place. These are young men, young boys, call it what it is, who have hate in their eyes. All I see is hate. Shit is insane to me, and nobody has seemed to be picking that out. But I thought that was really interesting.
I don't want to talk on no silly. You know I got language barriers.
Yo, he kind of looks like Little Uzi.
Does Doechii not realize that it's a real thing, industry player?
And mind you, these are people who are making a whole lot of money supposedly doing what they love.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
You know how much hate has to be in your heart to still do this? You won, right? You won, didn't you? Oh.
And she's an industry player? You worked with your team, you took the deal. Hey, we're gonna make you super famous. We're gonna push your music on TikTok.
Yep, that's the point of a label.
You think you could just get this song cleared from the people who originally made this beat?
My question is, who thought that he was an expert in the music industry? What child listens to him thinking that he has an expert opinion about the music industry? What responsibility has he ever had? Except for being a ball sack holder on the stream whenever a rapper comes through. I don't even know if he collabs with him. But except for being a human ball sack holder, what profession have you had that allows you the space and even the audacity, the audacity to speak on what happens in the music industry you've never been a part of or been successful within? You're just a guy with a V-shaped hairline.
No, you had a
Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da.
fucking label do it.
Again, that's the point of a music label. Are you upset that a label is doing what a label's supposed to do? I don't understand it. So
Remember when Punch said that in our interview? Punch was like, I don't get this whole thing about the industry plant. Do you not want the labels to promote these artists? Like when we said industry plant, I think we're coming from the perspective of this is someone who has been planted within this environment to be a nuisance. Someone who's been planted in this environment to look like they have a buzz that they don't have, but they've been artificially planted. I listen to Doechii's music. I listen to her skill set, and there's nothing that you have to artificially make people like. She's a star. That's why she already had a social media presence, because she's a star. But the people who come in here putting hip hop on like a fucking uniform, putting their hat to the side and wearing a bunch of chains that they themselves have no idea why they're wearing them, using references and using rhetoric, using slang that they themselves have never been to parts of Atlanta that got it from, not knowing it comes from Atlanta, not knowing when it comes from the Bay. These people are the ones who are placed. And sometimes it's not even this boogie man of an exec. Sometimes it's former rappers. Sometimes it's former rappers who got done dirty and said, I'm going to get mines back. And so they go sign them a white rapper. And they bring that white rapper in. And it's just like the episode of ATL. They bring them in, and I need you to make some money for me. And they plant them in the same industry that they came out of and pollute the waters.
Every artist that signs a label deal and gets help with their promotion is also an industry plant. Ronnie, if Doechii is an industry plant, then so are you. Right? She signed to a label and you signed to FaZe Clan.
Hey.
So what the fuck are you even talking about? Moving on to dick sucker number 2, we have XQC.
I like him. I like him. I like it. I like the way he goes about this.
He thinks it's funny to mispronounce her name on purpose and call her Doechii.
Everybody's hating on Doechii. Doechii suck. Let's make a song with Doechii.
I think he used to be a gamer and now he's just a fucking grifter and a weirdo. This is yet another streamer who keeps talking about an artist that he doesn't have to bring up, right? Someone that you say you don't listen to and don't like, and yet you keep bringing her up live on camera for clips, right? Because your chat are racist weirdos.
I don't know 3 people that listen to any of these songs. 400 million. Fuck that.
I really don't have much to say to him. He looks like a soggy napkin. And moving on to dick eater number 3, we have Lacy, a former member of FaZe.
Wait a minute, go back. What did he call him?
3 people that listen to any of these songs. 400 million. Fuck that.
I really don't have much to say to him. He looks like a soggy napkin.
This nigga do look like a soggy napkin. He do look like a soggy napkin. Call it out. Wake it up. This nigga looks like a soggy napkin. That was perfect. I've been trying to figure this shit out the whole time. He looks like the bottom of a Chipotle bag. You know when you first get a Chipotle and they put the napkins underneath the damn, like, you know, the silver bowl, and that shit, the condensation get all hot in there and them napkins get greasy? He looks like that. The streaks in his hair look like Chipotle that got everywhere. He's a soggy napkin. I figured it out. Thank you. That's exactly what it is. A used wet wipe. Yeah, y'all got any more? A bag of sweaty fries. Ooh, a bougie shaggy. Oh, keep them coming. A Timu PewDiePie. If you ever wonder why I don't have a co-host on this stream, he's my co-host right here. A soggy nacho paper. I'll take it. A dirty mop. I'll take it. Oh, a brisket before the sauce head ass. Okay. I ain't never seen a brisket before the sauce, but I'll get you. A soggy napkin is beautiful. That was beautiful done.
Any of these songs.
Good job, chat. Good job.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
400 million. Fuck that.
I really don't have much to say to him. He looks like a soggy napkin. And moving on to dick eater number 3, we have Lacy, a former member of FaZe Clan who probably just copies whatever the people around him do.
I think Doechii's here. Look, yeah, this Doechii right here. Yeah.
This is not like I get their clip farming and all of this. That's just not weird behavior. Even to kids that look like this, you don't look at this after you've laughed the first 4 times. You don't look at this and say, "Hey, like, what is that? Like, why are we talking about her again if we don't like her?"
Fucking trash.
Reminder, Lacy once said that he voted for Donald Trump because all he cares about is getting rich.
Listen, bro, the reason I wanted Trump was because I wanted to make more money. I don't give a fuck who's the president. I want to make more money. I'm a greedy bitch.
He's a greedy bitch. His words. He's a greedy bitch. So that means that any and everybody can be on the receiving end of his disrespect, as long as he's able to make money. And these are the ones that the kids have been watching.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm
Not just watching, but looking up to. And you wonder why there's so many trolls online. You wonder, because these guys get a lot of views. You wonder why these babies were turning into incel gamblers and red pill crypto scammers. Like, you wonder. But I'm not going to judge all of the kids based upon these groups, because I know there's a lot of y'all that was like me when I was growing up who wasn't putting up with shit like this. Weird is weird no matter what age you are. So I'm acknowledging y'all. But what is this? Why they all got the same mug? Because hate make you age from the outside in.
Somebody gonna have
Quicker.
to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Quicker. When you got hate on your heart, you ever notice people who smoke cigarettes that always talk shit? Like they be around for a long time. But that hate make their face age faster outside. It ain't the cigarettes. It's that hate. The hate and being overly caffeinated. And that's why it attacked their hairline first. I got no evidence scientifically of that. That's just something that, I'm theorizing about. These niggas all look like they could be the kids of the monsters, though.
Voted, okay? You already know I'm Trump 2024, but I'm not gonna push that onto you guys. Trump 2024,
I'm not gonna push that onto you guys. And the very next clip is him yelling out Trump 2024. Got it.
motherfucker! Trump 2024! Am I on the news right now? Trump 2024.
I'm voting for Trump.
Me too.
So I'm gonna be honest, I really don't care what Lacy has to say about black people. But I would be remiss if I didn't mention the bystanders and the friends of these people who are always standing around laughing it off and being a part of the joke. They're never calling out this unnecessary ass fucking hatred. So fuck y'all too. Who's the dick eater number?
On everything. Call it out. Call it out. Shouldn't nobody be getting credit? And I was wrong for giving Cuffem credit, because I looked at more clips this week and he doubled down on. I didn't see the sarcasm. It was such a small clip. I didn't see the sarcasm. Anybody standing next to this, anybody justifying this, anybody trying to bridge their hate, explain their hate to someone who's on the receiving end of it, or someone who looks like the people on the receiving end of it, you're a coon. You are an idiot to think that you somehow need to make us understand why they hate us. All of y'all some D suckers. Ain't no way in hell.
Number 4, DJ Akademiks. Fuck you, nigga. Oh my God, I haven't mentioned the biggest dick eater yet, Aiden Ross.
And DoorDash eater. I said it. Just want to let that one sit for a second. Try.
Charles White, let's hear that new Doechii. Oh, hell.
You just want the Doechii song? Yeah, I'm gonna talk about that dumb bitch. Like, isn't that sad your career fell off so hard? You're on a track with SZA, and you had to talk about me.
Aiden Ross is a man that is so fragile, so pathetic, so miserable, that he constantly has to put himself at the center of everything and feel targeted and always act like he's defending himself and being virtuous. You're not virtuous. I really don't understand what the point of you is. Like, in the big 2026, I don't understand why you exist.
Can we detour real quick? We gonna come back. I need y'all to go check out this interview that I just did with SYMBA, because I know we're doing a quick detour. We're gonna finish the video, but listen to what SYMBA said during our conversation. We were talking about streaming, because he's getting into streaming, and an amazing artist, by the way, that you definitely should check out. But listen to what he said about Aiden Ross.
Kills culture. When everything's about capitalism, kills culture. When everything's about capitalism, we lose what the culture means. So if everything's about $1, if I gotta sell my record and go sit next to Aiden Ross, who am I as a fucking man at this point? Because I don't even like this nigga.
He don't like me.
He don't like me. But we're doing this to get money. So when it becomes about capitalism, what do we stand on? We ain't standing on nothing no more. And what's starting to happen is it ain't about the capitalism no more, bro. We gotta stand for something.
Come on.
Because y'all not respecting us for nothing.
Come on. Back to the video, but I had to make sure that I shared that clip, because this is right on par with what this gentleman is talking about in this video.
Don't you have a RICO case? There's definitely more.
That was the perfect way to come in. Nigga, don't you got a RICO case? What you worried about Doechii for? You need to be worried about Judge Judy. You be worried about you better hope your judge ain't black. Oh, God, I know that you are the controller of all destiny and all things, but oh God, please put a black judge there. Please put a black woman there on the seat. Please make that happen for me. Ooh. He better hope it ain't Judge Mathis. Nah, they ain't letting Judge Mathis be no judge no more. He been wildin'.
big 2026, I don't understand why you exist. Don't you have a RICO case? There's definitely more dick eaters out there, like people like Cuffem, who is kind of like Lacy, just like a follower. Cuffem is the kid that hangs out with the bullies because he just wants people to be nice to him.
Oh, he hangs out with the bullies because he just wants people to be nice to him. You know what is funny? In the clips that I've seen, because for whatever reason, Twitter kept suggesting clips from these streams, and I would just see the most outrageous behavior. You know what I noticed about the black mascot friend of the Aiden Rosses and the Neons and all these folks? They never turn up the same way on these white streamers as they do on the black co-actors. The way that they go at each other, the rage almost feels like they're taking out all the anger and stuff that they wanted to say to the host, but they're too cowardly. They take it out on somebody that looks like them. Pay attention to that if you ever see a clip, because it's something I picked up on and I don't have enough video footage, but everything that I've seen, I was like, they tend to go 10 times crazier when it's somebody else that's black in the room versus how they go at the person that's hosting the stream. Just something to be aware of.
He's the one that joins in on the teasing and the name calling and the rage baiting and the trolling because, hey, at least I have friends now. At least I'm on Aiden Ross's stream. That's all that matters, right? Fucking tap dancer. This is the same person that thought it was funny when Kai Cenat got called nigga by a white man over and over again. So of course you think it's funny when Aiden Ross calls Doechii a dirty bitch. Cuffem, you are Aiden Ross's dirty bitch.
I like you. I like you. I like his energy.
Streamer, right? I stream gameplay on Twitch to my chat that I keep going. 3 out of 10 new subs. Damn, that happened right while I was talking. That's crazy. My point is, when I see other streamers doing this goofy shit, I really want other streamers to call it out. So that's why I'm here. This is misogynoir. It is. It is. I'm not finna argue with y'all about it. It is racially charged. It is sexist. It's all of those fucking things. These people like to hide behind the word trolling. They like to hide behind the, oh, it's just content. It's not that deep, blah, blah, blah. Nigga, fuck y'all. Doechii decides to stand up for herself and say, no, I'm not an industry plant, and everybody that keeps calling me one is a fucking loser. And all of y'all run to y'all computers and go live and just continue doing the shit that you're doing. Oh, look, chat, she's talking about me on the song. She's talking about me on the song. Look at me, look at me, look at me. I'm relevant. I'm relevant. No, you are a dick eater. To every content creator, streamer, TikToker, whatever, that thinks the easiest way for them to build an audience is to join hate trains on groups of people, communities, or artists like Doechii, y'all are dick eaters. People like Ronnie and XQC always saying shit like, oh, this music is really bad. No one listens to this. It's bad music. It's bad music. I wouldn't expect y'all to understand.
Somebody's gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Shall we normalize moving forward, reminding people everybody who's an artist is not trying to appease your stupid ass? And they're not a failure for being selective about the people that they want to be fans of their music? That they're not any form of a failure at all because they're choosing to fire you as a fan? You know, I'm not mad at any rapper that looks out into the audience and says, did I cause that? I need to fix that. I don't want these people at my shows. Because imagine they never became streamers, but instead they were at Doechii's merchandise trying to get signed autographs of merchandise. It happens all the time. At these shows where you see these artists are signing hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of CDs, they're likely signing CDs for people who don't even see them as human beings. Who, if they saw them in a grocery store and they never were the celebrity or the artist that they were, they would likely have a lot of hateful thoughts in their mind about them. And they may still have that about the artist, but the artist would, gives them a little bit of a distraction from those thoughts. But that's a thing. That is genuinely a thing. They just so happen to have platforms. This is just, this is why we need to get their ass up out of here. Can't do that kindly. You can't do that ignoring them. Fuck anybody that come in here saying we need to ignore them. Bitch, it don't work. It ain't worked yet. It ain't worked. But you know what's working right now? Applying pressure.
Y'all seem to be forgetting the fact that this is not your culture. So I don't fucking care. Hip hop is literally not your culture. Doechii is already one of the best hip hop artists of all time.
Come on.
And y'all want to hate on her and say that the music is trash and blah, blah, blah. Y'all want to hate.
I will say, give Doechii a little bit more time. She is an amazing artist, but you know, I don't want to oversell your point. Let her have some time. Let her have some time, because sometimes I think we set up artists. I appreciate his opinion. I think we set up artists to not have an opportunity to like go through those steps. And I know she wants to go through those steps. Give an opportunity. But I feel you. I understand the sentiment for sure. Continue.
On our culture, but still participate in it. Why is Ronnie walking around New York City with a do-rag on like it's a fucking costume? Because he's a dick eater. I'm gonna end it by saying this. If Doechii never put out another song for the rest of her life, she would still have more to offer society and the world than all of these fucking people.
Because none of them have talent. Can we break that up? What do you niggas do? That's gonna be the question I'm gonna ask all year long. What do you niggas do? What do you do? I do the same thing you do. I just pretty much talk. Bitch, I make music. I've made music for 20 years. What do you do? I'm a shit talker. I'm entertaining. Nigga, a fidget spinner is entertaining. A light bulb in the room that's flickering and making crazy sounds is entertaining. The clicking on an oven when you first turn it on, that could be argued as being pretty entertaining. Driving on the freeway and your windshield wiper stopped working during the rain, that could be kind of scary, exciting, and entertaining. What do you do? What is your skill? Evict them out of hip hop. How dare any of you bitch ass streamers have anything to say about somebody with an actual talent? Hey, congratulations on finding a way to siphon money from people with no time. With all the time in the world to watch you. Congratulations on finding ways to finesse these platforms and influence a generation of people who are becoming as stupid as you. Congratulations on getting your money. This is why, like, I think it's the funniest thing when I get people coming in my comments and saying things like, "Oh, you're clout chasing." What do you think that I want from them? I'm not your tribe. That's why when we have intelligent conversations in here, I know it's inevitable that the comments will be filled with idiots. I block. I love blocking. I encourage blocking. We are not the same tribe. Those insults, those childish insults, don't land the same way because we are not the same tribe. That's why I love this community. We're not the same tribe. Those work on your frill ass. Those work on your insecure ass. They don't work on grown men and women. Carry on.
She is already more successful. She's been more productive, and she has done more with her life than any of these people ever will.
Hello.
I can already see the comments saying shit like, "Oh, Tomo, who are you? You can't hate on these people. They have so many people in their chat. They have so many more followers than you.
Noritomo. Okay, Noritomo, my dog. Okay.
They have so much more money than you. Yeah, and I'm more successful than them. You know why? Because I'm not a fucking dick eater."
Noritomo just said the quiet part out loud. It's time to redefine success. For many of us moving into this independent space, it's time to redefine success. I had somebody tell me that you are a success as long as you are not avoiding, but if you're learning and recovering from failure, that is a success, not somebody who avoids failure at all costs. If you're able to get your ass back on the court and play the fucking game again, you are a success, my friend. It is not just one size fits all. It's not if you make $1 million. Why? Because there's niggas with $1 million that are dumb as hell. There are people who have every car in their garage you could ever want and got erectile dysfunction. There are people who got all the money and all the influence. They can only give their woman 2 strokes. And she's cheating on them with the nigga that give out lessons in tennis. The gym instructor. There's a bitch ass billionaire right now that's waking up and somebody's like, "Why the sad face?" "Well, I'm still number 6 on the Forbes list." Bitch, your money don't do nothing for people that got integrity. I know you ain't used to that because your pappy ain't have it. Your mammy ain't have it. Nobody around you had it. So you value things that can be bought and don't understand why people like us win things that you can't buy and have results that you can't buy. You know why Kendrick, you know why Doechii is able to touch the people? Because they have an actual talent. They are blessed. They are anointed in what they are doing. That's why they are able to move the masses the way that they do. It's too many people that feel like because they have the same audience numbers that they bought, by the way, the same audience numbers as somebody's Spotify listeners, they're on the same level. You've been lied to. And you're a bitch. I don't know why I wanted to say that too, but I had to add that. I'm sorry.
Lord have mercy.
You're right.
We must stay focused.
We must stay focused. But you are. We are moving out of that space, and good luck to you because you're not going to know what to do with this time period. If you got to show up and be a good human being, and I seen Aiden Ross come out here and he gave out $500,000 to a bunch of black businesses. Bitch, your money is tainted. Same way I don't want an evil motherfucker praying for me. I don't want nobody evil praying for me. They can get your life together. Your prayers ain't work for you. Don't pray for something I can't do nothing with. And don't pray me into debt. We don't want what you have. We want you gone.
Really don't give a fuck what y'all call me. I don't care if you call me a super fan. I don't care if you call me a simp. I really don't fucking care. I don't like y'all. Before I'm a streamer, I'm a black man. I have eyes and I have ears, and this shit is unacceptable.
Hello.
And to Doechii, I've never talked to you before. I never met you or anything like that. I don't know you, but you inspire me. You inspire a lot of people. Keep doing what you're doing, and yeah, that's all I gotta say.
Man, Doechii, you inspire me as well, sis. I don't know you. I never met you. If y'all remember, I was one of the few outlets amongst some amazing dudes. I was one of them outlets that said, are y'all really getting mad at her in the middle of a game show that's also entertainment? In which she made an answer that people turned into she hates men. And it told me, first of all, you didn't get the concept of the song that she dropped around that same time with the music video. Denial is a River. But then it also told me, oh, you don't got no little sisters, huh? You've never been around your little sister and heard talk. You never been around women that have talked like that with the full-on husband or full-on boyfriend. Can't stand men. Men get on my damn nerves. You never been around that, huh? Is it because if your mama talk like that, your father got a... Okay, never mind. Let me not get into stereotypes. I don't know. I don't know. Speaking of stereotypes, though, Screwface called out something that I didn't even pick up on. Because, like, you know, I've known Glasses for as long as I've known him. I don't get into Glasses' personal life. So, like, I didn't even think about him having kids or not having kids. We don't talk about that. We talk about life and career-related things. But I didn't catch this, and Screw called it out. Shout out to my dog.
People think, I'm not doing this because I'm racist. I'm just trying to prove a point here.
You're doing this because you're racist, but okay, go ahead. Aiden Ross, you no longer can say you're not racist. After when Glasses Malone went at you, the first thing you did was talk about him being a deadbeat dad who doesn't take care of his kids, who has a bunch of baby mamas, and Glasses doesn't have any children.
I feel like the Oprah meme. It's really hard to convince people that you're not the thing when you're doing the thing. It's like me looking at you saying, I'd never see. You ever seen them advertisements by the car dealerships with the fanning man? You know, the advertisement with the big ass inflatable? No, I ain't never seen that. You're doing the thing that they do. I think you've seen it. I ain't never seen that. You can't do the thing while doing the thing that you're denying that you're doing.
You're racist, bro. You are racist. If you didn't, you outed yourself with that one. Like, if you thought your mask slipped on that. The Doechii stuff is kind of like you gotta have to read in, because when you call her unintelligent, you gotta be black for a while to know what you really are saying.
Huh.
With the glasses one, you just said the quiet part out loud.
He said you probably got illegitimate kids, because that's just what I view when I think of a black man, especially a rapper. I would feel a certain way if I sat my sellout ass on his couch. That's what you thought about me the whole time, huh? While you was sitting in there popping off them gay jokes about me, and I told you I was uncomfortable, because he's playing around with it, by the way. He's not, from what I know. You doing all of that shit. You got all of these stereotypes and tropes just sitting in your mind, and you think it's okay because you got an audience full of kids who are supporting it. And then you're only reinforcing what may or may not have been taught at home for them, because they're watching you longer than they watch their parents. It's not, it's easy to say, well, that's not fully his fault. Sure, but he's still responsible for what he says and what he spreads. And his church are streaming.
You're racist, buddy.
That part.
To attack you just saw a black person, and the way that you get back at them is just pure black racist stereotypes. Brother, you're racist.
Oh, God.
You're racist. So answer, if you're not racist, I need an answer to why you assume Glasses Malone had a bunch of baby moms and was a deadbeat dad and wasn't take care of his kids. I need that answer. But until then, even then, you're racist, buddy.
Shout out my dog, Screw. Man, I know this is going to be a longer video. I do not care. Please do me a favor, though. Hey, yo, DIYer, if you're enjoying this content, please don't forget to hit the like button. It helps this video and this channel get discovered by new people. I appreciate you. Now back to the video. Man, oh man. So, after we did our last video, I guess Aiden Ross started to feel a bit of the pressure. He tried to call in Whack 100 and, kind of figure this situation out. I guess there was some kind of conversation that happened behind the scenes, according to some of these streamers. But nonetheless, this is Aiden Ross calling Akademiks on the phone, and it's just a pitiful ass conversation. Spare me 49 seconds.
If you live in a state where it's stand your ground, and I think that people are threatening, I've had threats online, and I see them, I'm allowed to have my security take action to defend me.
No. Where was all that popping off, calling her a stinky bitch and all that? No. Wait, Mr. Ross. Where's all that energy that you had when you was calling Doechii all of these bees in the world? Wait. Where's all that buck up energy of, I can't wait till I can't. Wait. Who is this person? Because the last time we saw, you were like, he said, Cuffem said, don't talk about that black queen. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Whoa. Got too much dip on your chill.
So if you threaten me online in a vivid threat saying you're gonna kill me or you're gonna...
Nigga said a vivid threat. Compared to what, a non-descriptive threat?
This to me, or you're gonna get me beat up, that's a threat. And I've already contacted police about that. I'm not a street rapper. Why don't these guys go slide on their fucking ops? Go slide.
I'm not a street rapper. Why don't they go slide on their effing ops? Here he goes again.
Slide for their people and go after their ops. Don't worry about me, the little Jewish streamer kid. Let me do.
They wouldn't be worried about the little streaming Jewish kid if you didn't have your mouth talking wildly about black folks. Nobody would care. We for sure wouldn't care. Yeah. Action, reaction? No? Okay.
Shit, you got nothing to worry about. These motherfuckers and real gangsters move in silence. That's what.
Because you know about real gangsterism.
Somebody's gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
It is the blind leading the blind. Because real gangsters move in silence. And then he proceeded. Ak didn't even catch the fucking trope that happened here. He didn't even catch it. He said, you know what I'm talking about. Why does he know? Because he black?
Somebody told me.
No. What I do?
And real gangsters move in silence. That's what somebody told me.
No.
Was it Lil Wayne? Moving, real G's moving silence like lasagna.
Well, I do agree. I feel like if they were gonna do something, they wouldn't announce it. But I would say this.
Them niggas look tired, bro. They sound like they tired. They sound like, damn, I might have bit off a little bit more than I could chew. Let's end with this video right here. Oh, maybe I should go back to my message there. So this is what I had to say in the midst of this. Cause I'm not letting up. I'm not letting up. I'm not letting up. This ain't about clout chasing. This is about repairing the damage. And if you're not gonna repair, we're gonna repair it for you and get you the hell up out of here. Hey, Aiden, if you're not a street rapper, quote unquote, stop borrowing street language to provoke reactions from your audience. If the culture feels too inconvenient to understand in its nuance in politics, maybe don't perform it for content.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
If you don't want to have any kind of issues with these people, maybe don't speak about these people, and you can go about your merry business, but you can't have it both ways. You can't have it both. If I just started talking shit about harmonica players tomorrow, everybody who goes to the harmonica conference, because that's a real thing, I'd never been, but a harmonica conference would be on my head. They'd be leaving all kind of hateful comments because I dog whistled. And I deserve whatever hate comes from the harmonica community. I don't want no smoke, but I deserve all my harmonica brothers and sisters, relax. I'm just using you as an example. Shout out to this video here. I'm not sure who the creator is. It's called Trap Forever 24. This was posted by Jay Michelle here on Twitter, and I want to make sure that I share this right now. She says, mastery is learning restraint, knowing when to step back and let the work carry the message. Excessive noise usually means there's nothing solid underneath. Y'all silly geese are losing the plot. This individual said, did rappers lose popularity by chasing numbers and running to streamers? Like Aiden Ross. Has overexposure been a catalyst to rappers losing mystique? Nigga, whatever happened to mysterious rappers? Why is there only one mysterious rapper named Kendrick Lamar? I get that, and we can't just say that for everybody, right? Because everybody can't afford to be mysterious because you'll be just forgotten. It ain't mysterious when you get forgotten. When you just forgotten, you mysterious to your damn self. It's no mystery. We just forgot about you. Some rappers need to be showing face and doing content, and that's a blessing that they can if they can. But there used to be a time where it was like you didn't get a 4-hour podcast from a rapper after they wrote some amazing shit. I don't want a 4-hour podcast from Nas explaining to me something like the same way I don't want Jordan Peele to over-explain the movies Get Out or over-explain Us or Nope. I want to leave some to the imagination. I want to have conversations with my friends. I want to have conversations with my wife about it and say, damn, I never even thought about it like that. I want things that provoke thought again. I don't want it explained for me and cut up into nice pieces for me to digest. Some of us like to think. I know it sounds old school. Some of us like to think. But he talks about it here, and he's saying, did these rappers lose their mystique by being too accessible on these streaming platforms? I have to say I believe they did. The Twitches, the Kicks, and all of that.
Rappers are competing with streamers. They're just not acknowledging it. They don't realize. Rappers made a huge mistake in the last 2 years. When they were chasing numbers, they all went to the streamers. Like, you got to realize the rapper collab with the streamers is what got these guys to like record levels of clout, right? Like Aiden started that. And Aiden started, I remember like him and Tory was like one of the first ones, right? They did a collab. And a lot of these streamers on their way to like, you know, whatever clout level they get to, they collaborate with rappers, but overall the end result is that it helped the streamers more than it helped the rapper.
Akademiks is actually on to something.
Even a broken clock is right 2 times a day.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Like the way he get his DoorDash orders right every single time. Because I know you know he ain't gonna forget nothing. Oh, you got my drink? I know he ain't forgot about nothing. Broken clock is right 2 times a day too. All right, give him that.
And more so than just it being about streamers, I think it's a lack of mystique of a lot of rappers today and artists in general, right? I think that's the effect that we're seeing from like rappers fiending to go on these streams because they see the streams getting all these views and thinking it's going to help boost their sales.
Hold they whole brand out.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
You niggas hold your whole brand out. You work so damn hard to make it out of your environments, your neighborhoods. You stood up all them nights to get seen and to eventually sign on to a label just to have them hold you out in whatever way. The history will not look fond back on some of these rappers who got signed, and these niggas really had y'all dancing and doing TikToks. Dancing. As a rapper. They had you dancing more than you dance in your actual music videos. And y'all did it. They had you jumping on a live stream with a little white kid who has made it very clear how lowly he thinks of black people. And you did it. You threw tantrums. I remember seeing like Krishan rocking in Blueface, and she's throwing chairs and all of it, like on Kai's stream. Like, they had y'all do it, and y'all said, yeah, because I got to pay back this debt. The kids that are watching my stream, I hope you're understanding and connecting the dots that I'm trying to connect for you. These rappers are not something to look up to. Neither are these streamers. Because none of them have a backbone, and that's the common denominator.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
They can be bought and sold, and they will sell your ass off if it means more money. They will leave you and your loyalty as a fan if it means they're going to make more money in crossover in whatever capacity, in whatever form that means. If it means hating themselves and hating the people that look like them, they'll do it. If it means finding people that are the opposite of your morals, opposite of your ethics, even at a young age, they'll do it. If it means selling your information, they'll do it. If it means scamming you as an artist who's a fan of theirs, they'll fucking do it. Because niggas be broke. They be broke. They be broke with a capital B. Rappers and streamers. I'm just saying. This is not a rapper attack. This is a lack of integrity attack. You should already know what this is. I hope you're getting that message. If you have a backbone and you have a line that you won't cross, I look up more to you than I look up to them. Give a fuck how much money they got. Don't care what kind of car they got. Niggas is bitches. And you probably can beat their ass. I'm not advocating violence. I'm just saying. Facts are facts. You probably could whoop their ass.
Right?
Them niggas ain't got no win. They eat too much DoorDash.
Think about it. Like, before the Young Thug situation, right? And this isn't just streaming. This is just like a lack of mystique, right? The thing with rappers is they were cool. They would tell you what's cool, what's not. But then when their lives start getting a little bit more and more exposed, and now we're in like the fucking era of exposure, and you know everything about somebody. When Young Thug came home, he had all of the power, right? He beat a fucking state RICO, you feel me, when a lot of people thought it wouldn't be possible. And he was on top of the world. Everybody wanted to know what Young Thug was going to do next. But that lack of mystique, when he chose, different from Gunna, who came home, dropped bread and butter, and did not say much. He came home, he was tweeting, and then all those calls leaked. Now, that's different because not everybody has phone calls leaked.
I will say this. So, you know, I've never really been a big fan of Gunna, and I don't say that to say that I had any dislike towards him. I just never listened to the music and was like, I need to consume a whole album of this. I'm not the demographic. I'm not the age group, all that. That's fine. But I do think it's something really interesting to see how he's moved since he's gotten home. You didn't see a 4-hour podcast like you saw, a 3-hour podcast like you saw with Young Thug and Big Banks. And it made for some really good TV, some really good YouTube. But you didn't see him doing that. He focused on the work. And look at where that put him at in terms of shows. He has not stopped doing shows. His music seems to be doing pretty well in terms, I guess, of the numbers, if you value that. But I think it sets a really good precedent in that who's arguing about whether or not he's falling off if all he's doing is working and attending his job? Do we forget, like, I get that this shit is entertainment. Do we forget that this is niggas' jobs too? Like, this is your job. This is your job. In any other profession, you would be fired. If you perform this way, you would be fired. This is your job, though. And he's been clocking in, and look at the results that he has. So, street politics aside, I know for some of you, you can't put that to the side, and I respect that. But it goes on to show. Same thing with Future. Somebody made the argument the other day, Leonardo in here made an argument that Future is just a blues man that just happens to rap. And this is why I think part of the reason he's able to like still exist even as the game shifts, even as this as the shift occurs, he's still here. Cause he keeps putting out March Madnesses. He keeps putting out more mixtapes. He puts the work in, and these niggas don't like to work. They like to talk.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
I don't know about you, but I'm tired of hearing them mumble their way through dumbass points. I can't believe some of y'all in these comments. Not y'all. I can't believe some of you dummies have sat here and tried to help me decode what 21 Savage meant. And y'all be the same ones that when we decode lyrics by Kendrick, you say it ain't that deep. Did you hear what I said? You niggas is decoding. No. What he really meant by he don't fuck with that rap shit is like, he's talking about top tier lyricism. See what he's thinking? You niggas is trying to turn him into Beautiful Mind. He got a knife. It's a knife. He got a knife tattooed on him. And you want me to be convinced?
I don't know how to hog tie people. What would I hog tie?
I don't even know why I pushed that button, but it felt relevant.
But all of those phone calls leaked, right? And then instead of like just focusing on music, he goes on a podcast and he starts contradicting himself and saying things. And all of that mystique is gone. The awe everybody had for him when he got out of jail and beat that case has dissipated, right? Everybody's just like, this guy's kind of lame. And I think that's happening to a lot. Like all that cool factor and mystique that rappers have, now when you go on all these platforms and you do all these podcasts and jump on all these streams and you start talking, people like, this guy isn't as cool as I thought he was. It's a lack of mystique. Recently, Michael B. Jordan was talking about how Denzel Washington taught him the importance of mystique. He's like, yo, if you always out and in front of people's faces, what's going to make them want to go see you in the theaters?
Especially if you stupid.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Can y'all tell that's my favorite word? Because I try not to use it. I try to be very like sensitive to people's situations. Fuck that. I'm about to use it more. And I'm going to use it in the right way. But if you know ain't nothing but 2 pink barrettes inside your brain. If you know it ain't nothing but two pink barrettes inside your brain. And you know you can't formulate a sentence, you probably don't want to do a 3-hour podcast. If you know it's only a matter of time before you say some stupid ass shit and you know yourself, why would you sign up to a 3-hour podcast that gives you more opportunities to say some stupid shit? Where is your support system to tell you don't do that? Don't do that. Like you gotta be like fake. You gotta be fake stupid. Like use less words and then like just be fake stupid. Don't be real stupid and go actually do the thing. Cause you set yourself up for people to look at you and say, I don't look at him the same way. There's a phrase that I heard that I've been thinking about lately a lot, and I learned it last month. They're leaking authority. And in so many ways, when you think of somebody that you look at and you say, you know what, that's a stand-up individual. Then they show you a side of them that's like, I never would have expected that. And it's not a side that makes them look more human, but it looks almost like disgustingly human. Like, I didn't think you was that low level thinking. Like, I didn't think that I thought you was above that. And then they triple down on it. And it's like, oh, you just like my so-and-so friend that I used to have. Oh, you just like someone. Literally the same thing that's happened with Drake. Is people are seeing versions of, I think there are some women who are seeing versions of people that they dated and it was like, I never thought you'd be like that lame ass nigga. I thought you was you. And they're seeing versions of it play out. I think the same thing happened with a lot of the artists that are out here. They hung around for too long. They didn't know when to leave the party. And all of a sudden you're hanging out with people that used to be fans that are like, I think I want to leave. I don't even want to be around them anymore.
You need some type of mystique. You need to keep yourself to yourself sometimes and not be everywhere and doing everything and all up in people's faces. And it's true. It's true. Like, most of the big artists are, unless you, and it's not absolute, right? Because, like, Nicki Minaj can be out and about and front-facing and doing radio shows and whatnot, and she can still radicalize her fan base because she built that strong fan base over a decade or two. You feel me? But for the most part...
No, except when she go out, she like to go to the MAGA events.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
I hate to turn and point to things, but I just feel like, you know, when she, I don't know if that's the best example to use, because when she turns and points to things.
A lot of these guys like are losing their coolness due to a lack of mystique. That's my opinion anyway. Like, I agree with Akademiks to an extent. And when y'all were going on these streams, all y'all was doing was make it like that 5-year-old Black Boy Max situation, for instance. There's a group of like street rap fans that probably didn't know who Black Boy Max was. All that 5-year-old Black Boy Max situation did was make Black Boy Max more popular in that realm. And you just grew his fan base. It didn't help you. Like, it didn't do anything for you. You feel me? Do y'all understand what I'm saying?
We get you. I think a lot of valid points were made. Shout out to him for that one. That was valid. That was valid. Up into that MAGA Minaj point, but it was valid. You know, this to me is less about trying to project the image of power, trying to project the image of mystique. I think that when I think about how the last 2 years have played out, the most searched person on Google last year was somebody that we saw for a grand total of 35 minutes talk once. Unless you count the shows, right? The shows, of course, that's a whole lot more. But in terms of an interview, he hasn't said a thing since that Ebro Super Bowl interview. And instead of all these people who have thrown things at him, like things about his fiance, things about his family, things about his business partners, things about everything that you could think of, they've attacked people who took pictures with him that got caught up for being PDFs. So they said, look, he's standing next to a PDF. They've done everything. And he said, don't worry about it. Watch how this plays out. Anytime I pop out again, it's going to be celebrating my success, picking up these awards, picking up these accolades. Every time you see him, sold out shows. And that tells me, because 99.9% of us will not see the success of a Kendrick Lamar in our field. It is such an anomaly. It tells me that there's a difference between staying silent because you have nothing to say, and there's a difference between when your silence says everything. I said what I said, bitch. I stand on what I said. I've said everything I needed to say. By this time, if I come here explaining myself, I'm leaking the authority that I have established through hard work. I don't need to say anything. The explanations you need are from the people pointing at me. Because when they're sitting up here acting crazy, you'll see eventually. It may not be today. It may be in a year, but you'll see. And I can say one thing. One more time, shout out to Cat Williams. This is played out exactly like he said in that Shannon Sharp interview. These demons cannot hide anymore. These devils are loud. And like I said, I must stress, I'm not putting that to one race. I'm putting that to a demeanor. I'm putting that to a way of thinking, a way of life. These devils cannot be quiet. They have to tell you how evil they are. They have to show you how evil they are. And they keep on doing it on a regular basis. And I'm just sitting here like, I can't believe they're saying the things that we used to assume, but never thought they would actually say it in front of millions and millions of people. I'm glad they are. It is time to evict these streamers out of the space. There's enough folks out here doing amazing work. And I'm not just talking about myself, even though I'm counting myself. There's enough people out here. It is time for new faces in media. It is time for new energy in media. It's time for youthful, vibrant, and intellectual thoughts. It's time for us to have our version of a team summit. It's time for us to have our own panel discussions. It's time for us to be the ones that fill in that void, that them people took away. I said a statement earlier this week, and I'm going to say it again right now. If they want to take away PBS, it fucking sucks. They take away PBS. The public free education that these kids can have. They take it away, but what is done is done. They messed up because now they're putting that responsibility in the hands of people who care more. People with kids, people with platforms. You're putting that responsibility in the hands of people who want to do the education. So then we got to do what we got to do. DIYers, those are my thoughts on this topic. You let me know what you think.
DIY.
Tear in your eye.